Hello everyone, and welcome to the Salisbury Area Chamber of Commerce Education Committee Network's PAC 14 TV show, Education is Everybody's Business. My name is Lad Colston. I am a member of the Chamber and the CEO of Sustainable Visions LLC here in Salisbury. I will be your host for today's program. Our education topic is career and technical education training, opportunities here on the Eastern Shore. Chamber CEO Bill Chambers and our Education Committee Network members want this TV show to be a source of community awareness and knowledge of topics that impact education and workforce development here in our lower Eastern Shore communities. We appreciate your listening in and providing us with your feedback on its usefulness. Please note, this show is being sponsored by the Community Foundation of the Eastern Shore, and we sincerely appreciate their generous support. As our first guest, let me introduce to everyone Mr. Bryan Ashby. He is the Executive Director for the Career and Technical Education Program at Wicomico County Public Schools. Is that correct?
Supervisor.
Supervisor.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
It's great. At our community forum that we provided back in March, you provided kind of an overview of the Career and Technical Education Program and how to try out different career interests, which I believe is excellent information, especially for the students and families that are currently enrolled in our Wicomico County Public High Schools.
Okay.
And so for our listening audience, how many career and technical education training programs are currently being offered?
Currently in Wicomico, we have 24 different programs across the 10 career cluster areas. And they occur primarily at the Parkside Career and Technical Center, our shared time center for Wicomico County students, as well as the home high schools. So we have programs in Mardella, Bennett, Parkside Comprehensive High, and Wicomico High, but 24.
24, wow. And what are the most popular that you've been able to observe?
It varies a bit year by year, and it's directly correlated to the economy, how strong certain sectors are in the economy. But over my tenure, the last 18 years, careers in our medical field, allied health, health occupations, nursing assistant, our engineering-based programs. One of the programs over the last 5 to 7 years that has really grown in size and scope has been our computer science program. And to our business programs, we have just over 850 students in our business programs in the 4 high schools, and we really have a lot of capacity there because we have 4 locations. But they would be probably the top 4. Our construction programs, they've gained a lot of popularity in the last year or two because of the need for qualified employees. So students are pretty astute. Certainly they listen to parents and other people who will have their ear as to where they need to go, but ultimately they go to what drives them and where they can see themselves. So some of the opportunities in construction right now, the sky is the limit, and employers are extremely supportive. They want new vitality, they want new employees in their industries, and they're willing to provide co-ops and internships and work-based learning to provide those opportunities for students.
Do you still do the electrician and the plumbing?
Yes, we have electricity, we have HVAC, we have masonry, we have carpentry, welding. That's our construction cluster. Welding, too, is one that's extremely popular because of the local need and the diverse job opportunities for welding in this area.
Yeah, and that's what we're really much interested in with our education committee. We want to make sure that our listening audience is aware of the importance of education, how it translates into workforce development.
Correct.
And we know we got the shipbuilding company right here in Salisbury.
Had teachers touring there yesterday.
Excellent, excellent. In what grade should students begin looking into and registering for their CTE courses?
I think students and parents need to look prior to the registration process.
Okay.
So we do a lot with career education. We work with middle school youth. We want middle school students. Within Wicomico County, we'll have groups of students that come over and tour. When the scheduling process happens, that would be ninth graders that would come into our exploratory program if it's at the Shared Time Center. 10th grade is really the sweet spot for students to come to the Career and Tech Center because it's an easy transition to come explore in grade 10 for the majority of our programs, concentrate in grade 11, and graduate in grade 12.
Okay.
And then roll right into direct entry to the workforce or post-secondary. One of the things we're finding is we had many students who wanted to start early, and then there's that senior year where they've got possibilities in their schedule, and then transportation might be an issue to get to the workplace. So we have begun to focus on starting most of our students in the exploratory programs in grade 10. Some programs are direct entry. So our engineering program is direct entry into grade 9. Our school-based programs, students can start those in grade 9 and take a course a year, for instance, and still complete by grade 12. It's very individualized based on the student's schedule, what other academics they have. We have to balance the schedules. We have to ensure that we work hand in hand with the school and their academic counselor because we don't want a student to start and not be able to finish. We want it to be a sequential process where they can be both college and career ready.
So it sounds like families really need to zero in on career interests as early as middle school.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And we offer opportunities, whether it is opportunities and open houses. We have an opportunity coming up here pretty soon at the Center of Salisbury. We'll be up there advertising our programs. Wow. We've worked with Salisbury's Chamber at the Ward Foundation and done career expos and shown a cross-section of our programs. In February, we have our Skills USA and CTE Open House. We really want parents and students to come in and see some of the older students show their craft and to talk to other students, older students, as to why did they select this and why is it different than sitting in a traditional classroom. One of the focuses we've had really since COVID, and COVID, that piece and some of the changes that happened to education is behind us, but you have to do CTE. You have to be active. You have to get moving, and that's what attracts a lot of students to the CTE programs.
Now tell me, how are students actually selected and enrolled in the CTE program by the CTE instructors? I understand they're exposed to the various skilled trades, I guess, in the sophomore year, 10th grade.
Okay.
But then they're selected based on how well they do.
It varies based on program.
Okay.
So school-based programs, I spoke of business and computer science. We have multiple teachers in our comprehensive schools, so we can build the schedule based on demand. Currently, 857 students in Wicomico County in business. If we need another section of a course, we can add a section and change a teacher's schedule. In computer science, that same model can work. So anyone that has an interest can come in and start the program, and as long as they meet the prerequisites for the next class, continue through the sequence. Some of our programs, Project Lead the Way Pre-Engineering is a great example. We are so overprescribed that we can take a cohort each year of 58 students.
Wow.
So we have many more than 58 who apply and show interest. That is a lottery approach. All the students are fantastic. But we use a lottery approach. And with the shared time programs, if there's applied exploration and the student can try out a program for a few days, generally it's 11-day So that's kind of the interview. They're interviewing us, and we're looking at them, and we're saying, okay, who's coming in and who's focusing and who really wants this? Right. There's a happy marriage that's made. And a lot of times the students will say, that's not what I thought it would be. Or other times, that's not what I thought it would be. I really want that program now, and they show us that. So we can pair up students and programs so that they can concentrate in the level 1, the first couple of courses, and then if they do well there, they come back and complete the courses as a level 2 or level 3 student. So we tier the courses based on rigor and length so that they can complete, but it's a multitude of ways as students, how they find their way into CT, and that's why these open houses and engaging with parents and students is so important, so they understand how do they work their way into a program and how do they balance a schedule and ultimately gain admittance into a CTE program.
Do you encourage parents to actually sit down with their kids and actually seriously look at their interests and whether they want to take advantage of this one-time opportunity to get into the Career and Tech Ed program?
Absolutely. Yeah. I think there's got to be what I would call courageous conversations at home. Okay. Ultimately, a student has to do what they're passionate about and what drives them. Mom and dad, grandparents, whomever's always going to be behind them saying, but you really need to do this, or this career pays this. But you have to do what you love, and then it's not work.
That's right.
And we try to guide and give experiences, but ultimately it is the student who's going to decide what makes them happy. And that makes the whole high school experience go that much smoother.
Yeah. Well, looking at the value of high school, because college is not for everyone. No. And it's just exciting to know that we have this built-in Career and Tech Ed program that can prepare you for a career field prior to you graduating from high school without you having to go to college. So I want to catch you while I can to discuss what career programs are currently available that provide certification and or licensure.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'll give a few examples.
Sure.
We won't go through all 24.
Oh, okay.
But let's start with cosmetology. Our cosmetology program, a 1,500-hour program, after the students complete the academic requirements, they sit for their state boards, and if they're successful with that, they leave with a Maryland cosmetology license and can go out and practice. In our medical field, all of our students in health occupations or nursing will leave with a certified nursing assistant licensure. Certifications in the construction trades. We do the National Construction Center NCCER certificate. That is a industry-ready credential that students can take with them. In automotive, there are ASE certifications. In horticulture, one of our very popular programs and where we engage with the public a lot, a certified professional horticulturalist. They'll take that exam. So across all of our programs, one of the things we really strive to do is to have that value-added opportunity. What does an employer want? What can you carry in your hand out of our program to say, I was able to achieve at a high level and I've got something that's worth something to the employer. It is a skill set, it is a licensure, it's a certification that has that value beyond the academic day.
Which is outstanding. I know there's a shortage, if you will, of skilled tradesmen here specifically, but really across the region and across the United States.
Correct.
There's a lack of electricians. There's a lack of plumbers. There's a lack of, as you mentioned, the welders.
Yes.
And you have the certifications in those as well?
We do. With welding is AWS, American Welding Society, and we have the students complete the projects with us, but then we send them to Ohio to be graded and assessed by a third party to say, yes, your students can do this, and the credential they get at Parkside High School is a credential that can be used all across the U.S. So the skilled trades area, especially in the construction trades, it is a very hot market. Students can come train with us, get their certification, go out and try work-based learning with some of the employers that have approached us and are willing to take interns. And another one of the programs that we're really trying to build capacity in is our Apprenticeship Maryland program. So a student might not go all the way through one of our programs. They need just a little bit of related study to say, are you sure this is what you want to do? And then 3/4 of the program is us pairing them with an employer where the employer would make the hire and they would work with that employer for 450 hours.
Wow.
And at the end of the experience, the student is graded, the student is compensated to be an apprentice, and the employer says, yes, I want to hire you, or no, that career might not be for you. We've been fortunate in that our apprentices who have been out have wanted to continue in those lines of work. So we really encourage employers to seek us out and say, what is it all about with that apprenticeship program? And we work with the Department of Labor. That's really one of the areas that we can get a lot of students who want to be very active and directed in their education to enter the workforce directly.
Fantastic. Listening audience, hopefully you're listening in. Okay, this is great. These are outstanding opportunities for our students. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Appreciate
Thank you
your
for
time.
having me.
It is our pleasure to welcome our next guest, Dr. Deirdra Johnson from the Wor-Wic Community College. Welcome.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
It's a pleasure to have you with Education is Everybody's Business.
Indeed.
In the community forum that the Chamber's Education Committee Network held back in March, you provided our audience with some exciting opportunities at Wor-Wic Community College, whereby high school students can begin taking college courses while completing their high school degree. Amazing. I think you called it dual enrollment. What is dual enrollment?
I am glad you asked.
How do high school students qualify, and what do they have to do to get enrolled?
Okay, I am glad you asked. Dual enrollment is a passion of mine where high school students are able to take college courses while still in high school. The great benefit of this is they're also getting high school credits as well as college credits. And we all know that the cost of college is very expensive, and that can help parents to decrease the cost of college because, the average semester may cost you $5,000 to $6,000. And by having your students start, they can actually cut off probably about a year's off of their 4-year college degree. And dual enrollment, students, the qualifications are you have to be 16 years old, a junior or a senior in high school with an unweighted GPA of a 2.75 or higher. And the great part about this, if you are a foreign student, you actually can go for free.
What?
Tuition and fees are paid for.
Unbelievable.
And if you don't if you're not an eligible foreign student, you only pay 68% of the college tuition. It is a phenomenal benefit. Personally, my kids have taken advantage of dual enrollment and have jump-started their college career, and I save a ton of money because they went in with college credits, and it actually cut off some semesters.
I hope families and students are listening to this show. What we're basically saying is that if you attend the dual enrollment program as a high school student, you can complete college credit courses while you are completing your high school diploma. which means that you can graduate from high school and go straight into your sophomore year in college. You actually don't even have to attend your freshman courses because you've already taken them.
That is absolutely correct. And we've had students to actually earn their associate degree while in high school. Wow. Because they've started off as a junior and they've enrolled in full credit courses, which is 12 or more credits. And not only did they receive their high school diploma, but they also graduated with an associate degree from Wor-Wic Community College.
Wow.
And that is definitely something to toot your horn about.
That's definite. Is there any transportation issues or concerns to get out to the college to take these courses?
Well, we even offer dual enrollment courses right at the high schools.
Wow.
So students don't necessarily have to come to us. We'll go to them, and they are having that same experience and the same requirements as if they were coming onto our campus.
That is truly phenomenal. Wow. Now, for those that are not planning to go to college, but are interested in technical skills, I understand that Wor-Wic has a workforce development training program. I'm interested in not only what are some of the more popular skill trades that students select, but can high school students enroll in that training program as well?
We do offer, and we know sometimes seeking a college degree may not be for everyone, but we do have a plethora of skilled trades program. For example, we have the welding program, whereas welders are getting paid per hour a great dollar amount. We have our HVAC program. We have our construction program. So that is equipping the young individuals with the skill to start off their career. And a part of this, we offer career starter scholarships, which will enable to help to assist them with the financial needs of earning their certifications or licensure. We also have programs in the transportation area, which CDL drivers are in great need now. Since the pandemic, that need and that market has opened tremendously. And we can't forget about the healthcare program, where we offer certifications in CNA. We have phlebotomy, we have dental assistant. So those are some areas that are in great demand, and we encourage everyone, especially our young individuals, be a part of your community and make a difference. And you don't have to be a certain age to go into these programs. We do have some assessments in some of these areas, but we welcome students to come and check us out and see what we have to offer.
Well, this is what our education committee and the chamber is all about, and that's why we developed this program, because we want this information to get out. We are interested in education, and we're also interested in workforce development, and Wor-Wic hits both of those. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Really
Glad to
appreciate
be
you
here.
sharing. Please join us in welcoming our next guest, our next presenter, Mr. Dave White, who's the lead instructor for the Pohanka Automotive Training Center here in Salisbury. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome, Mr. White. Got a couple questions for you relating to this new program at Pohanka. And I remember you were a Parkside CTE instructor at some point. Was that correct?
Yes, I retired last June after 35 years of teaching at Parkside CTE in the Automotive Technology Department.
Wonderful. Now, what do you see as a need that Pohanka is able to provide by establishing this Pohanka Training Center?
There's multiple needs that we have addressed. First and foremost, the biggest need was we needed to have an opportunity for students and adults as well to go on in a post-secondary environment as far as automotive education and training is concerned. We didn't really have that here in Salisbury, and this training center does address that need. We also addressed a need, of course, every business is experiencing right now a shortage of employees, especially skilled employees, and we're definitely addressing that need as well. And once again, by addressing those two needs, we definitely are filling a void that was here in Salisbury.
Thank you. And what are the qualifications that you are looking for from interested applicants?
Mainly, we want someone who's interested in automotive repair and wants to do this as a career. We would ask that you be a high school graduate. Of course, working with automobiles, you're going to have to drive them, which is also one of the fun parts about working at a dealership. Sometimes we get to drive some very exotic vehicles, so you do need a driver's license. But mainly, we want someone with a desire to learn and earn money.
Wonderful. So you don't have to have a CTE certification in order to enroll into the program.
No, that's the wonderful thing about our program. We will basically start from scratch, or we can work with you if you do have higher level skills as well. We can put you into a different level of classes that we have, kind of like giving you articulation credits as if you were going to a school for your experience.
And what is Pohanka offering to those who apply and are accepted into this automotive training center?
We have some amazing opportunities. First off, the type of education we are offering, if you're familiar with technical schools at all, very, very expensive education, any type of skilled trade education as well is. And what we're offering is free tuition. It costs you nothing whatsoever to attend our training center. We provide you with a tool set and a toolbox, roughly about $1,600 worth of tools. We provide you with a laptop while you're there. All of our textbook is online, so you can do all that information, do all the learning online at home utilizing the textbook as well as at the training center. And we guarantee you a job. Now, just like everything in the world, nothing is exactly free. Mm-hmm. The only catch we have is that you must work for us for 3 years after you complete our training and at the Pohanka. Mm-hmm. Once that happens, the tool set is yours. The tuition that you would be paying somewhere else is free. And like I said, you're guaranteed a job. We also offer you a very competitive starting wage, and we guarantee you at the end of our program that you'll be making an even better competitive wage.
Excellent. Excellent. And they get the certification.
Yes. One of our goals is to get you to have ASE certifications, which is the certifying organization for automotive technicians. We don't need to get licensed like electricians or plumbers, but we do get certified. We also will give you the opportunity, because we do have many of the different manufacturers, and those manufacturers also have their own certifications. We will train you at the training center. Say if you want to work at the Toyota dealership, before you leave us, you will have the majority of the classes that Toyota offers, or Ford, or Chrysler, or Honda offers at their training centers. So you have a very short road to becoming a master Toyota technician or a master Ford technician, as well as being a master ASE technician as well.
Wow. So if you're a car enthusiast and you want to learn how to work on cars, you can't beat this opportunity.
You definitely can't. It is an amazing opportunity here. We've gone from having nothing like this to this program right here. And thanks to Pohanka and their vision for what we can do, we're providing it to the folks here on the Eastern Shore.
That is fantastic. That's what education and workforce development is all about. How many slots do you actually have in the program, and how many do you currently have
We
enrolled?
take up to 14 students. Actually, I've set that number because I want a good student to instructor ratio. We want to be able to get the training. The idea is to turn you into not just a technician, but a great technician. So we limit it to that. Our classes go in 16-week cycles. 8 weeks in the training center and 8 weeks actually of doing an internship at the dealership where you get paid. Now you can also be trained or get paid while you're at the dealership or at the training center, during the training. After about 4 weeks, if you've had no experience whatsoever, we put you out to work part-time at the dealership as well. Our goal is, once again, we understand that you have to pay that cell phone bill, you have to pay the car payment, the electric bill, things like that. So you need money to be able to do that. So once again, you're an instant employee of our organization. So we start paying you at that point in time.
Great. That is just fantastic. Wow. Well, thank you so much. We really appreciate your time and wishing you the best.
All right. Thank
in
you
this
very much.
endeavor.
I really do. Appreciate
Great.
it.
Well, everyone, let's welcome our last presenter. Let's welcome Dr. Robert Mock. Now, Dr. Mock is the Chief of Staff and the Vice President for Strategic Initiatives at the University of Maryland, Eastern Shore. Welcome, Dr. Mock.
Glad to be here.
I just recently learned that the University of Maryland, Eastern Shore has expanded its aviation program beyond pilot training to now offer an aviation maintenance technician training program. What is the UMES Aviation Technician Training Program, and when will it begin?
So, Lad, thank you for the opportunity to be before you today. And so I'm so excited about this program that you've just asked me about. But it is an upper division certificate program with the Federal Aviation Administration, that's the FAA, approval as part of a Part 147 Aviation Maintenance Technician School. Students of the program will study to receive an FAA airframe and power plant aviation maintenance certificate. And so the idea is that we need more people to have the ability and skill set to repair a plane. So all of us fly, and I know you fly from time to time. I've seen you at SBY on many occasions. And every once in a while, a flight is delayed, right? And I say, well, we have a mechanical problem. That's because we have a shortage of aviation mechanics throughout the country. So we have a shortage of pilots as well, and we have a pilot program there at the University of Maryland Eastern Shore. But this will help fill that gap and provide more certified aviation mechanical technicians so that we can have our planes in the air and more safe. And so that's what the program is really about.
Excellent. And when will it begin?
So we believe with all pending approvals, it's not all been nailed down yet, but once those get in place, we're preparing for fall of 23. So about 10 months from now, hopefully if all goes well, we should be ready to roll in fall of 23, so August of 23.
Excellent. And since education is everybody's business, we want to know who can enroll. So my question is, what are the qualifications that you are looking for from interested applicants?
So we're really looking for high school graduates or people with a GED, either one, although there will be also a pathway for current high school students as well. And so we just want someone to have graduated high school preferably, but if people are in high school, we have this concurrent program where you can still enroll in this program as you begin to acquire the certificate. And then when you graduate high school, if you have the certificate, you're ready to go to work.
Excellent.
That's right.
Wow. Workforce development here on the shore.
Yes.
Now, what are the costs for families that may be interested and they have children that are interested in enrolling in this program?
Yeah. So we have not nailed down the tuition rates yet at this point because, you know, it's a little different than the traditional university level courses that we have. This is more of a technician, hands-on application degree. And so we have not nailed down those costs exactly at this particular point in time. But hopefully we'll have those things nailed out by early spring in time to advertise and market for the opening of the fall of 23.
Outstanding. Now, what potential job opportunities are available to those who complete the program and gain training and certification? I know SBY, we mentioned
Yes.
SBY, and
Yes.
we really want SBY to
That's
be
right.
first and foremost.
That's right.
But can they take this training elsewhere as well?
So so we're hoping that this aviation and power plant mechanics are in high demand. And so the industry may make it worthwhile for airlines and flight schools and other aviation programs, even NASA and their contractors, and some rocket companies, SpaceX, Rocket Labs, and A&P mechanics are as well could be participating in this program. So we believe there'll be job opportunities. And of course, we're going to give SBY the first rights of refusal, right? We have to take care of home first. So we're going to let them know about our opportunities when students graduate and say, here's opportunities for them to find employment right here on the shore first. And so hopefully we can get those graduates to stay on the shore create economic opportunities, pour money back into the community, and then once we fill all the vacancies here on the shore, then we'll go spread the wealth a little bit and go across the bridge and other locations.
Excellent. That is outstanding. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Mark. We appreciate you coming.
Well, it's an honor to be on your program. Look forward to seeing you well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Well, this brings us to a close. Please listen out for our next broadcast, where we will feature the educational topic, what is quality child care and where can we find it? Remember, education is everybody's business.